Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, it's a bit weird talking over a presentation, but I think this is the best thing that we can do for the next few weeks. We will have some live video chats or whatever, but I think the best thing is to record me talking over the normal presentation, and then you can watch it as many times as you want. If you're out of the country, you can watch it. I just think it's going to be the best way moving forward. Give me a comment if you disagree with this, and we can come up with a better solution. Okay. So before half term, we were looking at motivational theories, and you made presentations in little groups. Obviously, we're not going to be able to see those presentations now, but obviously we still need to know about motivational theorists. So I'm going to talk through them, spend a minute or two on each one, and then tell you what I want you to do in today's lesson. So the first one is Taylor, also the oldest, and he believes in financial rewards. As I've already said, it's the oldest, so sort of 1880s, 1890s, during the Industrial Revolution, and I think that's the type of industries that he was researching is a reflection of his conclusions, because he believed in financial rewards and piece rates. So if you want somebody to work harder, you give them a financial incentive to do so. So piece rates means that if you get paid for every unit that you complete, so if you produce 10 units, you'd get 10 times the piece rate. If you could produce 13 units because you were a better worker, you'd get 13 times the piece rate. So that gives you an incentive to increase your output and work harder and produce more. So he believed in the division of labor, giving people simple, repetitive tasks and treat people like machines, so they become very efficient at that task. And then the better they become, the more they get paid. So they work harder, they get better, they get paid more, and you have this cycle of motivation. Okay, so I think that's, as I said, it's very much a reflection of the time. So Industrial Revolution, car plants, factories, which obviously there's still some applications for that today, but as there's more technology, more AI, more automation in factories, this is less relevant. And also, as we know, all developed countries have large tertiary sectors, making this completely impossible to apply to a tertiary sector business. Okay, so the second one is Maslow, which is the pyramid, the hierarchy of needs. This is more of a psychological theory rather than a business theory, but it can be applied to business contexts. So this is 50, 60 years later than Taylor's work, and he believed that people have complex and varied needs, from very basic needs, such as being able to clothe themselves, feed themselves, live somewhere, to safety and security needs. They need to feel safe and secure in their environment. They need to then have social needs, so they need to feel part of a community, feel like they belong. Then self-esteem needs, which would be feeling good about yourself, being recognized for your hard work and achievements. And then the top of the pyramid, self-actualization, means becoming a better version of yourself, reaching wisdom, becoming the best version of yourself. So if a business can help a worker to achieve these 5 needs, then they can have happy, content, motivated workers. Okay, I should have put that up first, never mind. So that's the pyramid. And they need to be done in order sequentially. So starting at the bottom and working upwards. So perhaps the bottom 2 could be achieved through finance, through paying enough in order to help them meet those needs. And then the top 3 are going to require non-financial needs, non-financial motivators in order to achieve those. We then have Hertzberg, missing the Z. So this is a 2-factor theory. This is probably the most nuanced. It's probably the trickiest one to get your head around. So basically there are 2 factors. The first factor is hygiene factors. So the key thing about these is they won't cause a person to work harder. They won't motivate them. They won't give them that drive to work harder. But if they're not at a satisfactory level, they can cause dissatisfaction. And here we're talking about things like pay, working conditions, relationships with managers, perks, holidays, breaks, things like that. So these can't cause, according to Hertzberg, won't lead to a person working harder, but can lead to dissatisfaction if they're not at a satisfactory level. The motivators, these will cause motivation if the hygiene factors are in place. So these are things like recognition, praise, challenge, interest in the job, the non-financial things that will cause a worker to actually work harder and give them that drive and be motivated. Okay, very similar to Maslow. It's very much an extension of Maslow's theory. So basically the top two, self-esteem and self-actualization, they would be equivalent to the motivators. So hygiene, pay, conditions, management, social side of work and benefits. The motivators challenge, interest, promotion, and recognition. Mayo. So this is one that you won't have heard of if you haven't done GCSE. So he believes that human relations are key. Interaction with managers, interaction between peers, interaction between colleagues. That's the key to motivation. So changing working conditions won't affect motivation. It's things like teamwork, empowerment, allowing workers to have some control over their working day. That's what will give a person motivation to work hard. Okay, so he did these experiments where he changed lighting, heating, the layout of the building, all these kind of physical changes. And he had a control group that just kept the same, and he had a non-control group that he was making these changes to. And both groups saw an increase in motivation, and that's because he concluded that was because it was the involvement. It was the researchers asking the workers, what did you like, what did you not like, what would you like to see next, and that's what motivated them. So his conclusions are empowerment, teamwork, and that's what you need to make a person work harder. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of the motivational theories. So what I want you to do today, and you should have started this on that Thursday class, that final class when we were working, is to complete this worksheet. Okay, so you will have done one of these already. Okay, so maybe you were allocated Taylor, maybe you're allocated Maslow, maybe you're allocated Mayo, maybe you're allocated Hertzberg, but I want you to complete the whole thing today. Okay, so we've got the name of the theory, we've got the explanation of the theory, we've got real life uses and applications, so how would you actually use that in a real life business context, and then are there any major benefits or major problems or major limitations with each respective theory. Okay, any problems, I'm going to be online for the whole hour. Drop a comment, send me an email, and we can get this sorted. So this is the work for today. Doesn't look like a lot, but you're going to need to do a bit of extra research. You're going to need to put some time in. You do need to understand all of these. Even though we're not in school, you've still got to have a deep and meaningful understanding of each of these four theories. Hopefully that worked and there's no sound issues, and I'll see you later.